What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video we are going to be having a discussion about some events that are likely to come in the upcoming chapters at some point in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. So we are going to be talking about in this video Kawaki's power boost. So we all know, based off of chapter 15, that Boruto has now told Kawaki that he has been limited in his true power by Amado. And how Amado has done that is by pretty much doing the same thing that he did to Code. He has limiters in Kawaki's body, and pretty much what's going on is that Amado has really limited Kawaki's attacking capabilities, but I do believe what was said was that he had raised a bit of his defensive and regenerative abilities so that he would be able to survive, the attack against Code, for example. So some adjustments were made by Amado, so Kawaki's not completely nerfed, but Kawaki is definitely being held back from his true potential, and I think that made a lot of sense, because if you consider the amount that Boruto has grown in this span of the last 3 years versus how Kawaki looks, it's a night and day difference. Boruto, of course, he's been on the run. He's basically a rogue ninja. So, of course, in those kind of conditions, you're likely to get a lot stronger, which makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, Kawaki didn't really show any improvement, if we're being completely honest, at least not anything visible to us. So this answered that question, why, he's not really looking like he got any stronger. It wasn't just because he was relaxing in the village. It was more so because of these limiters. And it would make, more sense that across these years that he wouldn't be relaxing in the village, because why would he, when he knows that there are still Otsutsuki threats out there? He would ideally want to get stronger to take them out, you would assume. So that brings us to the next thing, which is we are going to for sure get some sort of interaction, I'd assume, between Kawaki and Amado in either the next chapter or at some point in the upcoming chapters. Like, I want to say it's going to happen within the next 3 to 5 at most. I really think there's a good chance it happens in the next chapter. But that does raise the question of what could Amado want in return for removing these from Kawaki. Is Kawaki just going to go in there and threaten him and force him to do it, or is Amado going to strike a deal with Kawaki of some sort? That might be a whole nother video I might make happen at some point, but that could be something that, I discuss in another video at some point in the near future. And hopefully, going from there, we can kind of go over a couple possibilities of what he could do. But if you do have a guess, definitely comment it. I think regardless, though, the end result is going to be that Kawaki is going to get these limiters removed somehow, some way. And that is going to lead to a big power up for him. Or at the very least, I would say he would probably get a decent sized power up. And just in general, he would have his potential unleashed in a way, or his potential unlocked, so he's not being capped off somewhere. So he might still have to train and put in some work to get to Boruto's level, perhaps, if he ever, gets there, which, let's be honest, he probably will at some point, because otherwise, how is he going to be the ending antagonist without being, near his level, at least, if not beyond it? So I think that it's going to be one of those things where his power up is going to be huge. It's pretty much going to put him in that realm of Boruto's power even, but I don't think he's going to be as strong as Boruto. Let me know in the comments below, how strong do you guys think Kawaki is going to become through this limiter removing process? Do you think his power is going to drastically increase to the point where, let's say, maybe he can, now he's capable of defeating Code? Like, for sure, it wouldn't be, a struggle or anything. Do you guys think it would be in that kind of situation where he's at least strong enough to beat Code now? Or do you guys think he's going to get some super crazy power up where maybe he's going to be stomping over Code like Boruto was? Is he going to get that far? Because if we're being honest right now, Kawaki's at the point where he could probably put up a struggle against Code, and he'd probably put up a good fight. But in order for Kawaki to actually defeat Code right now, we can't definitively say he would be able to do that. Especially when you think about some of those alternate timelines. And again, I know it's been 3 years since, whatever events might have happened in those timelines, but apparently Kawaki was helplessly beaten in those timelines by Code when Boruto was taken out by Kawaki. So that just shows you that at least 3 years ago, Kawaki would not have been on that level of, being able to actually take out Code on his own. And he still has those limiters on now, but it has been 3 years. So even if he got a bit stronger, is he still at that level of, hey, he can't beat Code on his own? Or is he somewhere in that Code power realm, maybe slightly stronger, slightly weaker, somewhere there? What do you guys think? I think that his power up is going to make him, at the minimum, be able to compete with Code at this point. That's what I think is going to happen with his power at the least. And I do feel like the power up has to be huge just because we have these Shinju coming up too. And if Boruto is going to actually get help from Kawaki in beating Jura, for example, Kawaki's going to have to step his game up a lot. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking right now. I'm expecting at least that sort of power up from him. Eventually, though, I do believe Kawaki is going to find a way to get to that Boruto level somehow. Now, how that happens, we'll find out. But I do think that he's going to have to put in some training to get to that level. It won't just be, oh, limiter removed. Oh, yeah, you're on Boruto's level now. No, I don't think that would be great writing, personally. But hopefully Kawaki's limiters being removed does give him a good little boost and makes him a lot more relevant, because Kawaki honestly did some pretty cool stuff in the first part of Boruto. And I know some people, probably aren't the most fond of him right now because look what he put Boruto through all of this stuff and through all this desire, even sealing up Naruto and Hinata and everything. And, although there are some actions that Kawaki has done that are understandable in some ways, there are also some actions that Kawaki has taken that are pretty drastic and can be seen as bad. So I know some of the fandom is still rooting for Kawaki in some senses, and some of the fandom not so much. But hey, in general, this is going to be, one of the big characters around for a long time. At least, till that final fight or that final arc or whatever we're going to get where Boruto and Kawaki ultimately confront each other in that destroyed village. So, we'll see if that's something that comes up soon or if that's, being saved for later on, the village of Konoha being destroyed and that Boruto versus Kawaki battle. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this one. I'm hoping, though, that he at least gets a good power up so he can be pretty relevant in these fights against the Shinju at least. That's my hope and expectations for him. But that's pretty much it. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.